The date has been set. January 17, 2011. That's when the trial involving veteran prosecutor Cheryl Grant-Bethell, the Judicial and Legal Services Commission, and Attorney General John Delaney is slated to begin. Senior Supreme Court Justice John Isaacs set the date today in court. The trial will begin at 9 a.m., and Justice Isaacs says pending any criminal matters he may have, the trial will last for the entire day or the entire week if necessary. But before that happens, attorneys from both sides will return to the Supreme Court on November 25th. Attorneys Thomas Evans, QC, who will represent the Judicial and Legal Services Commission, and Leif Farquharson, who will represent Attorney General John Delaney in his professional capacity as AG and in his personal capacity, will be able to supply affidavits and supporting documents with respect to their clients. You may recall that Mrs. Grant-Bethell filed an application for a judicial review after being snubbed for the post of Director of Public Prosecutions earlier this year. Jamaican attorney Vinette Graham-Allen now sits in that post. Mr. Evans, however, told the court that his concern is whether Mrs. Grant-Bethell and her legal team properly initiated their application for judicial review. On December 2nd, the parties will return for a status hearing on the matter. Mr. Evans spoke to reporters briefly after the matter concluded.
What we're saying is that what they have done is not in accordance with the rules. And as a consequence, there is no proper application before the court. That's our view. The judge will decide whether that's right or wrong.
Lead attorney for Mrs. Grant-Bethell, Wayne Monroe, also addressed reporters outside the court.
Are you still confident that your client is going to be successful in this matter?
Well, that's why you file actions, eh? I would think. It goes without saying that the first thing a lawyer does, a counsel does, is give advice, counsel. So if you advise somebody that they have a good and arguable case, it's based on what you see. Yeah, well, anyone can take an application to strike out. The only thing in my view that gives is an opportunity to get costs before the main hearing.
Now, Mr. Farquharson, who represents the Attorney General, declined to comment, but Mrs. Grant-Bethell, who appeared in court this morning, spoke exclusively to our news team, saying, quote, "I'm keeping my trust in the Lord. I believe in my case, and I'm confident in my attorneys," end quote. She's represented by attorneys Wayne Monroe, Obie Ferguson, and Maurice Clinton. The matter will continue on November 25th at 9 a.m. For JCN News, I'm Sasha Lightbourne.